All right, folks, I got what I think is a pretty good one here. This is going to be a ridiculously cheap 7-passenger 2002 Chevrolet Venture minivan. One of the reasons it's going to be ridiculous cheap is I'm classifying this as a handyman special, not a mechanic special, because mechanically it actually seems to be in really good condition. But it does have some annoying little things wrong with it. That's why we're calling it a handyman special. Anyway, let's start her up. I don't know a lot about this vehicle. I haven't spent a lot of time driving it. In fact, I just ran it up and down the road just to make sure, I knew a little bit about it. Maybe even be the first time I drove it, and I was pleasantly surprised at how nice this thing actually ran. Okay, first of all, let's check this out. Yep, you see it right, 192,760 miles. But judging by the way this thing runs, it's got a ton of life left in it. It's got the little message center there. It says your rear hatch is ajar. Of course it is, because I have it open so I can show it to you guys. All right, let's check out power windows. Right front. Left front. Well, there is only power windows in the front. The rest of them are, those little doohickeys that you just pop out. Here's your left power mirror. Works as it should. And right power mirror. No problems there. It's got tilt wheel. It's got cruise control. I didn't check that. I probably should have. Horn. And let's see, wipers. Yep, all the important. Looks like you need some new wiper blades. See what I mean about it being in a handyman special? Radio. AM, FM, CD, and cassette. Okay, that sounded like a little AC/DC there. I got really lucky with that. Yeah, I know the radio works, and I don't know whether the CD or the cassette player. This is an RDS radio. Basically what it does, it just sends along with the carrier, with the signal in the radio, it tells you what song's playing, blah, blah, blah. Big deal. Let's see. It does have air conditioning. I think it works. It's kind of weird. Here's another little handyman tip for you. It feels like the vehicle's getting cooler. It's kind of warmish out today, so it's really tough to tell, but I don't think the air comes out where it's supposed to. You flip these things around, I hear stuff moving in the dash. I don't think the air's doing what it's supposed to. There's your 4-speed, and I think 5 doesn't work. Okay, so there you have it. Again, handyman special. Overall, this is actually a pretty decent looking van as far as like cleanliness inside. The outside we'll talk about, but the inside is actually pretty darn nice. Here's your driver's door. As you can see, looks pretty nice and clean. I mean, remember, we got to keep in mind, 12 years old, 192,000 miles, okay? It's not a spring chicken, so to speak. But the seat is a nice high back bucket in very good shape. The bolsters are in good shape. Must have been a tiny person that drove this vehicle, because normally these seats would just be beat to death. Now, interesting, this does have front and side impact airbags. All right, pull the little mat out, and you can see it's still has the factory floor mats in there, and they are in great shape. All right, let's do the tires. Now, I normally have my little handy dandy gizmo, but I don't think I need it on this one. Why? Because I'm gonna guess you're definitely gonna wanna put a left front tire on this. And I'm gonna go with, you're definitely gonna wanna put a left rear tire on this. Let's come around to this side. And you're gonna definitely want a right rear tire on this baby. And let's see how the right front is. Yeah, you're gonna wanna put a set of tires on this bad boy. You wanna save yourself some money though? Go to the junkyard, get a set of tires. They charge you about 20, 25 bucks a piece. And then somebody charge you $8 to mount and balance them. That's what I would do. That's what you should do. I did have this vehicle looked at. I checked over all the safety items, and I probably did fix some stuff on it. I'll have to check my records to find out exactly what. Hey, check this out. I don't know what this means, but it says that this vehicle is equipped with a remote start. Problem is, I only got keys. I don't have any remotes. So if you want to find out what that's all about, you might have a vehicle with remote start. All right, the body, not great. I mean, it's not all beat up. Actually, if I stood back, 10 feet and you just like take a casual look, it's actually an awesome looking vehicle. Deep tinted glass, blah, 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 roof rack, everything you want. But you got to get a little close to this baby because there's been some cowboys working on this thing. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. All right, here is the passenger side, of course. You can see, again, still pretty clean, pretty nice for a van. Usually these things, with kids and whatnot in them, they make a huge mess. I know, because I've had 3 kids in a minivan, and yeah, huge mess. All right, and as you can see, just check it out close. Yeah, there is some repaired poorly corrosion and rust on this thing. All right. And you can see that, but I'm gonna go under right now. I'm gonna go under the entire right side so you can get a look. I don't pull any punches. See, yep, there you go. Now it's up to you to do what you want with this. Again, there's your nicely, or poorly I should say, repaired corrosion there. Oh, here, let's check out the roof too. Sorry guys, a little bit of pollen on this thing. It's that time of year right now where if I don't do these videos immediately after I clean them, they just get coated with that yellow pollen. But that does, fortunately, wash off. Now, it's a 4-door van, and as I said, it's a 7-passenger. You got 2 seats there, and you got 3 in the back. This would be great for, like, you know, if you just need like a spare vehicle for your family, or even better still, if you want to rip these seats out and use it as like a delivery van, perfect. Oh yeah, look at, there you go. There's some nice little rust hole right there too. Again, I don't pull punches, I don't hide anything, I call it the way I see it. But for the price I'm going to be selling this van for, you won't get upset about that. And if you're good with some Bondo, you can fix most of this. That's going to be up to you though. Alright, here's your rear bumper. It's got its little scrapes and dings and looks like somebody spray painted it a little bit. Here's the back. Oh, look at it, even has little mats there. Nice. I wonder if there's any mats over there. I can't even see. Well, maybe you can see. But as you can see, plenty of space in this baby. Alright, let's check out the rear hatch. Yeah, that looks like that's been painted too. Yeah, but it's not really all rusted out, so that's a pretty good sign. Gotta like that. All right, let's close the hatch. Chevrolet Venture. Oh, it's got a rear wiper, defogger, nice. All right, let's take a look, see underneath. See what we got. I do hear, and you probably can hear it as well, it probably does sound like it's got an exhaust leak somewhere. Again, there's just no point in me rebuilding a high mileage 12-year-old minivan. If I do, I make it too expensive. You can't buy it. But like I said, if you're a handy guy and you got some tools and you want to do a little bit of work, you can actually get a real nice, cheap people mover here. All right. Oh, here, let's do the roof on this side. There you go. Hope you can see better than I can what kind of shape that's in. All right, and let's pop this side door open. No problem. There's one of your side airbags right there. This one's side's not as bad as the other side, it looks like. There, now we're into the driver's door jamb area. And yeah, this does not look as bad as the other side. We'll do the driver's door. Man, we'll go over here. Sorry, I'm making you seasick. Here we go. I'll tell you, I have owned personally probably at least 4 or 5 new minivans. Chevrolet Ventures I always took. Loved them. Okay, they were great for my family. They always ran great. I even had the old APV van, a couple of those, and they were great as well. Here's your headliner. So like I said, again, for a very inexpensive little minivan, you're gonna get one heck of a deal. And white's great because it just hides all the dirt, hides most of the defects, even though I'll point them out to you. Still. As far as dents and dings, though, it doesn't look that bad. Oh, here, let's do the rocker on this side, because it's another train wreck of somebody trying to do some work on it. There you go. There you have it. Like I said, overall, I mean, standing back here, I did the other side. I'll do this one. Step back, casual glance. Hey, really nice looking minivan. Not bad at all, and I think this is the extended van, too. I'm not sure. I should know that after selling these for like 30 years, but whatever. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Light. Looks like it needs a light bulb on this side. Front bumper, however, doesn't look too horrible. Not all busted up and broken up like a lot of them are. Now, let's take a little look-see underneath here. Let that adjust, and I figure there's a, what do you call it in the way? There you go. All right, here's what's important. And this is an engine they use for a long time on these babies, the 3.4 liter V6. Honestly, this one sounds pretty good. I'm gonna rev it up for you, but I gotta tell you, I love this motor. Here we go. Yeah, that's as high as I can get it without hitting the rev limiter, and I gotta tell you, it sounds great. There's no lower end knock. I don't hear any valve train noise. I gotta say, I think you can get another 100 grand out of this if you take care of it and it should not be a problem to do that. Like I said, it does sound like it's got a little bit of an exhaust noise in it, but other than that, not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Take this, put this wherever that goes. There, and the hood. There we go. And as you can see, a couple of stone chips, a couple of mosquitoes probably from when I just drove it. But get this. This is really cool. If you live in New Jersey, you get that. Which that is a New Jersey State Inspection sticker valid till July of next year. So that means that's probably going to give you about almost a year and 4 months of inspection if you live in Jersey. If you don't, hey, at least you know it just passed New Jersey State Inspection. So now again, those of you that live in Rust Belt states or states that care about this sort of thing, you might want to think about the corrosion I've showed you before you buy this, just to make sure it'll pass in your state. I don't know. I don't know if there's a state in America that'll fail you for rust, but you never know. So I always like to give as good advice as I can. Here's the most important thing though. Driving. How does it run? How does it shift? Well, guess what? We're going to go take it for a little ride right now, and you'll get to see that. All right, folks, we're going to take it for a ride right now, and just something I'd like to point out is, as you noticed before, if you looked at the temperature gauge, the vehicle was cold when I started it. Now I'm going to start it, and it's nice and warm. There's a particular reason I do that, and I explain it in every one of my videos, that on the older, higher mileage vehicles, different things can manifest themselves depending on the temperature of the vehicle. When it's cold, sometimes they don't start or they have an issue, or when they're warm, sometimes they don't start or have an issue. So if you buy a car from me or not, irrelevant, just do yourself a favor, and every car you look at when it's used, start it cold and start it warm, especially warm. All right, now, I love the combo on this, as I said before, 3.4 liter V6 engine with an automatic overdrive transmission. To me, gets you the best mix of decent power, hauling powers, you know, be able to haul a bunch of people, and fuel economy. I mean, you're not going to get like a Honda Accord or Honda Civic, you know, stick shift fuel economy out of one of these. But then again, you're not going to be getting 12 miles at a gallon either, like a Yukon or something like that. Here's what impressed me before when I drove this, is this. It gets right up to speed, has plenty of the power that I'm used to in a minivan, and it shifts beautifully smooth. All right, and let's see, and if these bald tires, yeah, it pulls a little to the right, but that doesn't surprise me with the baldies on it. I will say this, these minivans, they're not race cars, but they do handle pretty decently. You know, I do feel pretty confident, you know, when I drive one of these, that you can go quickly around corners and stuff and not have to worry that you're not going to roll over. Definitely handles better than the Chryslers, and especially the Hondas. For some reason, Hondas really handle crappy. The whatever that's called, the what you call it? Oh, I can't even think of it now. The Honda minivan. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna give it a little bit more gas, a little harder this time. Sorry about that. Just a little burnout, but whatever. But I do like to show that under hard acceleration, like look, we just went up to 55 miles an hour. Under hard acceleration, the trans does shift nicely, because that's really all that matters on these older high mileage vehicles, is the trans and the engine run good. And this one seems to be just fine. Like I said, I haven't driven it a ton of miles, so I can't, you know, say what it'll do in 300 miles from now. But from my experience, the way this drives, it seems to run really good. Do one more thing before we pull back in the lot. It's going to be a brake test. Very simply, all it's going to be, pull into the vacant lot here, slam on the brakes, let go of the wheel, keep your eyes on the steering wheel, and let's see what happens. I'll try to describe to you how the brakes feel. All right, and I pull in here, and I usually do it at about, I don't know, 25, 30 miles per hour is when I slam on the brakes. So, yeah, we're about 25 and brake. Wow, impressive. Okay, here's what it was. Did you notice, you know, the wheel did a little of that? That's a good sign. A, it's got anti-lock brakes, and B, they work fantastic. So it actually stopped us from 25 miles an hour and about, looks like about 20 feet. So that was really nice. So, you're getting a safe vehicle too. You got 4 airbags, anti-lock brakes, which by the way is a lot more important to me than airbags. But that's my personal opinion. But I gotta tell you, for a very inexpensive little minivan, this is gonna be a good one. So, let's do a little bit of a recap. This is a 2002 Chevrolet Venture. I looked at it again. I don't think this is the extended van. I think this is the shorty. The only difference being the little bit of space behind the rear seats, but it does have a roof rack, so that's nice. It's got 192,761 on the miles. pretty much mechanically, everything seems to work pretty good. Like I said, there's a question about the climate control system, but again, that's why I'm calling this a handyman's special, with quote marks there, air quotes. Yeah, all right, let's take the camera off here. Sorry about my fingers getting in the way. And we'll take one more walk around this thing before I let you guys go. All right, we'll start at this corner. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad looking. A little bit of TLC and you can have yourself quite a little vehicle here. Might even last you for a long time. Yep, it's clean, it's shiny. Like I said, somebody butchered the bodywork on it, but again, if you're clever, you can fix all of that. And it won't even cost you that much money either. All right, so if you need a nice 7-passenger or delivery van for that matter, that's reliable, it's got a good inspection, and it's gonna be really, really cheap, this is the one for you. And as I always do, I hope it goes to a good home. Thanks.